The story of John King McLanahan and the Blair Iron and Coal Company is deeply woven into the industrial fabric of central Pennsylvania during the 19th century. Born in Bedford County, Pennsylvania, on March 25, 1828, John King McLanahan Sr. was raised in a family known for its deep connections to the iron industry. His father, James Craig McLanahan, and maternal grandfather, John King, had both been prominent figures in iron manufacturing, laying the groundwork for John King McLanahan's later achievements. In 1849, McLanahan joined his father's foundry in Hollidaysburg. The town, located in Blair County, was a hub of industrial activity due to its proximity to both rich iron ore deposits and the Pennsylvania Railroad. After a devastating fire in 1850, which burned down the Kelly and McLanahan foundry, the McLanahans rebuilt and expanded the business into what would become a major player in the region's iron and coal industry. By the 1850s, the company was thriving, thanks in large part to its strategic location and the rising demand for industrial goods across Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Railroad, which linked towns like Hollidaysburg to major steel centers such as Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, played a critical role in transporting iron and coal produced by the McLanahan enterprises. One of John King McLanahan's most notable contributions was his use of coke ovens, a relatively new technology at the time. Coke, a derivative of coal, was a crucial fuel for smelting iron because it burned hotter and more efficiently than traditional charcoal. The retort coke ovens built by McLanahan allowed his company to produce purer iron, which was vital for the manufacturing of stronger and more durable steel products. In 1863, another fire destroyed the McLanahan foundry, but the family's resilience shone through again. McLanahan moved operations to a newly purchased site that had once been part of the Portage Railroad car and locomotive repair shop in Gaysport. By September of that year, the new foundry was operational, further cementing McLanahan's influence on the regional iron industry. The Civil War brought unprecedented demand for iron products, especially for military supplies like cannons, railroads, and weaponry. As a result, Blair Iron and Coal Company flourished. The company played a significant role in supplying materials for the Union Army, bolstering both its reputation and profitability. However, the war also brought changes in ownership and partnerships. By 1865, with the death of his father, James Craig McLanahan, John King McLanahan became the primary leader of the company. He partnered with Colonel William Stone, who had been with the company since 1852, to expand operations. Together, they increased production capacity, upgraded technology, and diversified the company's product lines to include industrial stoves, plows, and other metal goods. Under McLanahan's leadership, the Blair Iron and Coal Company expanded its focus from purely iron production to include coal mining and coke production. This vertical integration allowed the company to control more of the supply chain, reducing costs and increasing profits. By the 1870s, the company was producing over 500 tons of pig iron per month, making it one of the largest producers in Pennsylvania. As the industrial landscape evolved, so did McLanahan's business interests. He diversified his investments, including the creation of the Blair Limestone Company in 1891, which supplied lime to Pittsburgh's burgeoning steel industry. The company continued to grow, with McLanahan eventually passing on leadership to his younger brother, Samuel Calvin McLanahan, who helped steer the business into the 20th century. Despite the company's success in the late 19th century, the turn of the century brought new challenges. Larger iron and steel producers, such as Carnegie Steel and Cambria Iron, began to dominate the market, forcing smaller companies like Blair Iron and Coal to either consolidate or face closure. By the early 20th century, much of the company's assets had been sold off or absorbed into larger entities, marking the end of an era. John King McLanahan Sr. passed away on December 13, 1918, at the age of 90. His legacy, however, lived on through the continued operations of McLanahan Corporation, which remains a global provider of processing solutions for mining and aggregate industries today. In summary, John King McLanahan and the Blair Iron and Coal Company played a pivotal role in the industrialization of central Pennsylvania. The company's innovations in iron production and coke manufacturing contributed to the broader growth of Pennsylvania's steel industry, which would go on to make the state one of the foremost steel producers in the world. While Blair Iron and Coal may no longer exist as it once did, the McLanahan family's influence continues to be felt through the ongoing success of the McLanahan Corporation, headquartered in Hollidaysburg to this day. Thank you for listening. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history. Before you go, a simple way to support the efforts of this channel is to like, subscribe, comment, and share.